afternoon, and welcome to the Hope orientation. I want to welcome you guys to this orientation this afternoon. My name is Kevin Banta. I am the co-founder of Hope RX. We are a privately held company. And for the next 20 or 30 minutes, I'm going to explain to you guys what we're hiring for, what kind of income is possible with this position, and how it can benefit you. First off, if you look at the screen there, you'll see we work with some of the largest companies in the country. Also, on the second to the last slide, you're going to see something that we offer as a company that 99% of companies out there do not offer. But if you look at the screen, you're going to see a bunch of pharmacies. Some of you may recognize these depending on where you're at in the country, but you'll know the big ones, the Walmarts and Costco's, Target, Albertsons, Kmart, CVS, Rite Aids. We deal with every single pharmacy across this country. Okay, there's about 60,000 of them nationwide, including all your smaller pharmacies, and we deal with those as well. Okay, on the bottom of the screen it says change the way you think. For the next 20 or 30 minutes, I need you to do that. You need to think this way. First off, this is not a typical job, and what I mean by that is job is an acronym for something, some of you may know, which is just over broke. Okay, I don't want you to be just over broke, but more importantly, this is a career position. Again, at the end of this presentation, you're going to see a slide, something that we offer as a company that 99% of companies don't offer. But this is also a career position. We're looking for career representatives to be with our company. I've been with the company and in the industry since 1999, so 13, 14 years. And we're looking for agents that want to do this long term. Okay? Change the way you think in another aspect. Would you rather own a gas station in your local city, or would you rather get a penny from every gallon of gas sold in America? Okay, and most of you would obviously rather get that penny compounded over the United States. So let's take a look here. Let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about residual income versus trading for hours. There is a difference. We've all traded hours for dollars before. You may be doing that currently now. You may have a job where you go in, they're paying you $20 an hour, you go give them an hour of your time, they give you $20, you give them 8 hours for the day, and they give you $160, okay? And you may do that every week, every month, every year, and you basically can never get ahead if you're trading time for money because there's only so much time in the day. The agents here at Hope are getting paid residual income. They do get paid every single week, or every single week and every single day, but it stacks up on top of each other. So you may go out and earn $3,200 one month. The next month you earned $1,000. Well, the third month you're going to be combining those two and making $4,200. So it stacks up on top of each other, and really the true only way to get some wealth accumulated. Okay. Now back to prescriptions here for a second. These are all government statistics. The government tells us 60% of America has taken at least one medication per month, and 80% of seniors are taking at least one medication per month. 25% of the population goes in and gets diagnosed with something that needs a med. You may have already done that. You may have walked in, or your kids, walked into the doctor's office, found out you had the flu, and then find yourself into a local pharmacy pulling a prescription for that flu. 81 million people take something for their heart. You may have someone in your family right now that's taking something for their heart. High cholesterol, high blood pressure, maybe a blood thinner to avoid a heart attack. 30 million people have diabetes. You may know someone who's diabetic. One thing I can tell you is when someone is taking a medication every single month, they don't choose every month whether or not to spend the money on those medications. That becomes a fixed cost in their budget. And that's why you guys are all on the call today. You all have fixed costs. You all have bills to pay, and you know exactly how much you need every month to pay those bills. Your car payment doesn't change. Your mortgage payment doesn't change. Those are all fixed. And if you're on a medication, that's also a fixed cost. You know exactly what it costs, when you're going to go get it, who your doctor is, and what pharmacy you're going to use. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. Now, 100 million people in this country have no health insurance. That's why we have Obamacare coming out. But do you need health insurance to fill a prescription? No. You can walk into the doctor right now paying $40 or $50 cash. An hour later, you're in the pharmacy with your prescription slip. Here's the funny thing about filling a prescription in our country today. If I pretty much told you to go buy anything else, you can probably guess how much it's going to cost. If I say go buy a loaf of bread, you know you don't need $40. It's probably going to be $4 or $5. If I said go buy a Honda Accord, you know you don't need $250,000. You're going to guess, I don't know, $25,000, $35,000. But here you find yourself in the pharmacy line to fill a medication. You've never filled it before. You virtually have no idea what it's going to cost. And you're willing to pay 10 times the amount. Because you could go in there and get, hey, pharmacist tells you it's a $4 medication. You pay the $4. It could be a $14 medication, and it could be a $40 medication, which is 10 times the 4, and guess what? You still pay it. And that happens every single day in our country. Last year alone, 4 billion prescriptions were filled, and America spent $350 billion on those meds. Government tells us by the year 2017, America is going to be spending $600 billion. Now, you would agree we're probably still in a recession right now. Probably been in one for 7-8 years. But guess what? The prescription industry is not in a recession. In fact, the worse the economy gets, the more people are filling medications, right? Stress, can't sleep, anxiety, that all leads to more medications. Why are the prescription prices so high, and where do the prices come from? In fact, Lipitor is a great example. It's a cholesterol-lowering medication. Some of you remember the commercials for Lipitor. #1 drug in America made by Pfizer. $9.7 billion a year spent on just Lipitor. In the first Monday of 2012, Lipitor went down to $6 to $8, from $121 a month down to $6 to $8. What happened? Well, guess what? They lost their patent. Pfizer lost their patent after 7 years. All drugs lose their patent on their ingredients, and anyone can now make those meds. You can make it identical to the original formula. You just got to call it a different name because they'll always have the patent on the name. But then you come out with generic formulas. Generic names for the same exact Lipitor. And now you see the true cost of that med. They're selling it for $6 to $8 today, and they're still making money at that. That tells you right there, the actual 30 pills that go across the pharmacy counter, there's no money in the pills. The money is in the research and development to get it to market, and all the commercials to tell me and you we need it. So here's where the money goes. It goes to PBMs, Pharmacy Benefit Managers. Okay? Pharmacy Benefit Managers have been around for as long as medications have been around. Probably never heard of them prior to now, but they're the guys in the middle. A drug company, a manufacturer of a drug, cannot sell direct to consumers. It's against the law. They've got to sell to a middleman, and they sell it to PBMs. Those PBMs put the medications in drug distribution centers, which are called pharmacies, and there's about 60,000 nationwide. So the guys, the PBMs, all they're doing is putting drugs there and making the price. Okay, they buy it directly from the manufacturers, and they make up their own price based on supply and demand. These are extremely profitable companies. There's about 60 companies nationwide, and they're controlling about $270 billion in revenue, and I'll show you the top 3. But typically, guys in the middle, the middlemen, do all the work, don't they? If you went to your local grocery store right now and picked up an apple, you probably couldn't tell me where it came from. Probably couldn't tell me how many people touched it. If it was 100 miles away or 10 miles away, you know it didn't grow in the back of the grocery store, so somebody had to grow that, water that, and tend to it for 4 to 5 months before they harvest it. When it's time to harvest, all the work begins, right? They've got to harvest it, they got to clean them up, they got to ship them, they got to transport them, they got to shine them up, they got to bag them, and they finally shows up in a grocery store. You pick it up and pay 60 cents for it, whatever it is. Does that grocery store make all 60 cents? No, they may make 5 cents. Where'd the money go? Well, it went to all the guys in the middle that did all the work, starting from the farm. Well, the top 3 PBMs in our country are extremely profitable, and again, they don't manufacture drugs. They're the guys in the middle. You may have heard of them, Medco, Express Scripts, and CVS Caremark. If you guys do any investing, you may invest in some of these companies. They're extremely profitable companies. Now, we also have 750 lobbyists in Washington, D.C. to make sure they keep their money. You've heard of special interest groups before. Let's make sure all the laws stay the same and they keep their money. And that's why Obamacare does not touch the prescription industry. It's going to help us out tremendously, but it doesn't do anything for the consumers. You know, as you know, Obamacare just keeps the insurance companies honest to make sure they don't rate people up and cancel people and put limits on policies. But as far as the prescription goes, people are still going to the pharmacies and paying an outrageous amount of money for medications. So here's where we come into play. We have the #1 prescription discount card in America, bar none. Deepest discounted card. We have on record up to 94% savings. And the beauty of this, the card is free. Okay, you may have seen cards out there before. We do have competitors in our marketplace, but nobody's discount is like the Hope discount. It doesn't even remotely come close. Okay? So if you look at this card here, you'll see a couple things on it. There's a website at the bottom, and there's also an RX group number right here. Okay? Keep those in mind. We bypass the inflated margins of the normal and typical PBMs, and we pass the savings along to the client. Again, we have on record up to 94% savings. There is medications all over this country being filled today with our card, and consumers are saving millions of dollars. Okay? We are also a PBM. We work directly with a PBM for 27 years. Okay? Now, cards are absolutely free, extremely transparent. You can take this card right into a pharmacy right now and find out what's the discount. You can also go online and find out what's the discount. No enrollment fees, no deductibles, don't need any personal information from you or from the client to get a card. There's no waiting periods, card never expires, can be used as many times as you want. No, all pre-existing conditions are accepted, and there's no drug exclusions. Means every single medication is on our list, and again, we deal with 99% of pharmacies out there. All somebody has to do literally is take this card into the pharmacy, just like they would their Blue Cross or their Blue Shield or Pacific Care card, and hand it to the pharmacist. That pharmacist will then type in the RX VIN numbers and the PCN code to get our rates. And that client, I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you someone in your family, if it's not yourself, is taking a medication right now, this card will save them money. Cards are absolutely free. You just hand them out. Okay? Literally, you can hand the cards out, but that's not typically what some of our agents do. Let me show you. 60,000 pharmacies nationwide. That means you can make Guam and Puerto Rico. And I can tell you right now, I have an agent that is currently making money in 49 states. For some reason, he has nothing in South Dakota, but he's got 49 states plus Guam, plus Puerto Rico, nothing in Guam. But right now, we have agents all over the country making money in local pharmacies. I'll show you how. Here's some examples of some medications. $146 medication with our card is $12. $45 medication with our card, $8. $37 medication, $8.70. $22 medication, $8.50. $18 medication, $8. Okay? That's 5 examples. I'll show you some real life examples here at the end, and I don't want to keep you guys too long. But if you look at the second medication here, let's say you had health insurance. Maybe you're thinking, hey, I don't need this card, I have health insurance. I have a $20 copay for all my medications. So you go to the pharmacy to fill the second medication here, and you're only paying $20 for it. You ask the pharmacist, hey, how much would this be if I didn't have insurance? It'd be $45.99. Wow, I'm glad I'm only paying $20. With our card, you almost pay triple. It should be $7.97. Unbelievable savings. Free cancels out everything. You don't need to convince anyone to use this card. All they have to do is show up to the pharmacy with it. That's it. Once they give it to the pharmacist, your work is done. Because once they see the discount, they're never going to stop using the card. If you had a coupon right now to put in your car insurance payment, and all you had to do is put the coupon in, you could send them $50 less per month. Would you ever not put it in and send them $50 more? Chances are you wouldn't. And when people are using our card, they use it every single month. Now's where you come in. We need agents all over the country because we need somebody in your local market right now. But you got to think outside the box. Yeah, you can give the card to your friend and family, that's great. But that's not going to get you rich. 4 billion prescriptions were filled. These PBMs are billion-dollar companies. You have an opportunity to be in the prescription business without having any licenses and nothing to sell. You got to think outside the box, though. How could I get this card in the hands, or how could I have people view this card? 50 people, 100 people, 400 people, 1,000 people. How could I do that? Again, we're in all 50 states. Literally, this card can be used today, right now. You can walk into any pharmacy and check the price of the card. You can actually go online and look up a medication. Look at these companies right here. You've all heard of these companies before, and you've never been in their brick and mortar building. Because you can't walk into Amazon.com and grab a shopping cart and start walking around. Because it doesn't exist. Did you know eBay has no products that they sell? They're selling everybody else's products and they're worth billions. Groupon didn't start that long ago. You've heard of Angie's List before? All those companies were started and founded online with a product and an idea. Well, guess what? Our company is online as well and in person, but we're nothing new. The prescription business has been around for 50, 60 years. It's not going anywhere. And everybody is already using your product. Chances are not everybody on this call right now bought something from eBay yesterday or used a Groupon. But I'll guarantee you, everybody on this call right now has got someone in their family taking a medication every month. You're going to have your own website. Our agents today have their own website to do what you want with. Some agents do a lot, some do a little. Some agents pass out cards, some talk to doctors. Some get their stuff on Facebook, some do Twitter. You can build your business any way you want. And I'm going to give you some unbelievable ideas right now, okay? Look at these cards right here. If you look at that bottom card right there, that is a non-profit organization called the Ronald McDonald House. You've probably heard of it. Well, guess what? They distribute our cards. Why? Because when you're there, you probably have a sick child, and you're going to need medications, and you probably don't have health insurance because it's a free service. So they distribute our cards. Why? Because we have the deepest discounted card in the industry. Look at a card there on the left. It's a Western Christian High School. It's a private school. You may have a private school right now in your local area. Your kids may go to private school. And guess what? You know they need money. They don't get government grants. They need money. They're always asking for donations or fundraisers. Guess what? We do a fundraiser. We do fundraisers all over the country for companies and churches. We have an agent right now that's got 57 locations for churches. He's a pastor. He's got 57 churches that have their RX card. Why? Because they're generating income for the church. It's a non-profit organization, and they benefit. We have companies nationwide distributing cards, and somebody in your local area could be, your local city could be working with our company right now and distributing cards. We have all the tools that you would possibly need to make money in the prescription industry. You don't need to know anything about it. We fully train you. We have letters, we have shirts, we have business cards. Look at this top card right here. Some of you may have this in your wallet right now. This is a doctor appointment card because you have a follow-up appointment to your doctor's office. Guess what's on the other side of that? Our RX card. We have doctors all over the country distributing our cards right now, nationwide. Doctors are our #1 advocates of our card. Look here. All of our agents have a back office where they're able to see all the transactions that happened on their card. All of our agents have their own 4-digit code, their own code number. So on their back office, it's going to show all the transactions. Every time somebody uses your card, it's going to pop up on the back office. It's going to show you the medication that somebody filled, the retail price of that med, what they actually paid at the POS, which is the point of sale at that pharmacy. It's uploaded directly from the pharmacy that they went to, right to your back office, and how much they saved. We're also going to give you the pharmacy that they went to. Now, due to HIPAA laws and the Privacy Act, we can't give you the client's name. It's against the law. But we give you everything else. You may have a local pharmacy that you're working with that's got a couple hundred transactions in a month. You might want to walk in. Hi, my name's Kevin. You've been seeing my cards come through here? Yeah, geez, savings have been tremendous. You know what? I'm talking to a lot of doctors and business owners in your area, trying to get them all here to your pharmacy. Do you mind if I stack a stack of cards here, just in case somebody shows up and they forget their card? You can kind of point them in the right direction for me? Some pharmacies say yes, some say no. But now, do you think it'd be great to have your cards in a pharmacy? Absolutely. Next time you visit your local pharmacy, take a look, see if you see our cards there. We do training every single week. We do training 50 weeks a year. We literally need to make sure that you are successful and you're making money. Whether you're doing this part-time or full-time, days or evenings, you can generate income. We have agents all over the country. I have 21-year-old college students all the way to 67 and 70-year-old retirees. Because you know what? The average Social Security check right now in America is $1,077. So if you're hoping to retire at 65 because you turned 65, if you don't have a retirement account, you don't have something set up, trust me, it's not that easy. You need to build something. Jobs lack long-term. They're not made forever. They lack long-term. This is a career position. Let me show you the income I'm talking about. Here's how it works. Okay? You have your own card number. Remember, it's absolutely free. These clients can take your card in. It doesn't cost them anything to walk into the pharmacy with your card. Every time somebody fills a prescription, you're going to get paid. Every time they save money, obviously, but they wouldn't fill a prescription with your card unless they're saving money. So here's how it works. Obviously, you start at zero because no one's ever used your card before, and you grow your business. Once you get 100 prescriptions paid in a month, you're at $1 per medication. That may or may not seem like a lot of money to you. I don't know. But let me tell you something. Pharmacies are making $2 to $4 per medication. That's how a pharmacy gets paid. It's a dispensing fee, and that's what they get, $2 to $4. Every time somebody fills a medication, the PBM's the one making all the money. That pharmacy only gets $2 to $4. Our agents start right now at 100 prescriptions paid. They're getting $1 per med. Once you have 500 medications filled, you're at $1.25 per medication. Now, are you rich? Absolutely not. But let me tell you something about that $1.25. If you're making $625 a month, that will never go down. And if I gave you $625 right now for being on the call today, this would be not only the best orientation you ever sat through, but you'd be probably driving around a free car. That would probably cover your car payment. The longer you're here, the more money you make, and you never go backwards. I've never had an agent with our company have a $1,500 check one month and $1,499 the next month. Your business will continue to grow. Your website's printed right on your cards. When someone takes your card to a pharmacy and saves $55 on a med, they're going to go get their own card. And if I give you a website, the last time I checked, the internet never closes. Literally, our agents here today, if you've been here any length of time, our agents make money 365 days a year. There is no off days in the prescription business. Emergency rooms do not close. Hospitals are open 24/7. Our agents make money 365. Every single holiday, our agents are getting paid. Again, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. 5,000 prescriptions filled in a month. You're not going to do this overnight unless you're some internet guy and you know how to SEO your website or do something like that. But at 5,000 prescriptions filled in a month, you're at $1.75. You're at $87.50. Now you're making some income you could probably live off of. But it doesn't stop there. And again, I don't want you to think this is get rich quick. Don't go tell your spouse right now you're making $15,000 next month. Okay? You earn this over time. But let me tell you something. This income is residual, you guys. We've never had an agent go backwards. I don't care at what level you're at. And I'll tell you right now, we have agents making $6,000 to $8,000 a month, $600 to $800 a month, and $6 to $8 a month. If it is to be, it's up to me. You build this, you own it. If you can work this business full-time, obviously you're going to generate income faster. If you're doing it part-time or evenings or weekends, it depends on how you're building the business. But we will assist you in every way possible, no matter how you're building this. We also offer all of our agents a car allowance. Every agent's able to qualify for this. It's all based on personal transactions. But it starts at $300 a month and goes all the way to $1,000 a month based on your personal transactions. All expenses paid vacations. We do these all the time. In fact, we have an agent right now that's on a vacation, but we're always doing vacations. We're always doing trips. We do them either by raffle or by contest, by qualifying for it, or just answering a certain questions. If you do a tutorial, if you go through a training class and answer the questions correctly, you get an all expense paid vacation. They're always for yourself and your family, or excuse me, yourself and your spouse or significant other, and they're always all hotel accommodations paid for. This is what I was talking about when I said the second to the last slide, you guys. In my opinion, This is the biggest thing that we offer to our agents, and it's right here. It's second from the bottom. It's called survivalship rights. Some of you may know what that means. That means if something was to happen to you, we will continue to pay you. No companies do that, you guys. Companies will fire you for less and take your income and take your money and take your accounts and never pay you again. Most of you probably don't get paid from any ex-employer you've ever had. First of all, you don't have to die to get paid from us. There's nothing mandatory here. You send a client to that pharmacy with your card and you help that family save money, you're going to get paid on that forever. Hope, if you look in the top left-hand corner, it stands for helping other people every day. That's what we do. That's what we're founded on. That's the principles we stand on. That's the business that we're in. There's no other way to generate income with our company than helping a family save money. And let me tell you something right now. In this economy, and for the last 10 years, that's never been more important. You know America is in saving mode right now, not spending mode. And this card helps. And it helps a lot where people need it. I can't tell you how many countless stories I have. A $350 ADHD medication for a 5-year-old, and the family can't afford to fill it because times are tough. You got to put food on the table and gas in the car. They're cutting up pills into 3s to make sure their son or daughter has that ADHD medication because it's $350 a month. And they send me an email because the medication is only $60, and their question is, how is this possible? And that's what we do. But we need your help. We need agents across this country to carry the message of hope and help other people every day. And in return, yeah, you're going to get rewarded for that. You're going to get paid, and you're going to get paid a very nice income and a residual income. But you're only going to do that if you help other people. That's what we need. We need agents in your local area right now. I'm going to make an offer to you right now. If you're hearing this call right now, it's not by accident. You're not hearing this because you stumbled onto the webinar. You're here for a reason, and we need your help. We can't do it alone. We need agents all over this country. Remember, 4 billion prescriptions were filled. We're not even scratching the surface. Currently, we're doing about 500,000 prescriptions a week with the PBM that we're with. Okay? Now, this is what I need you to do. You have a 4-digit code. If somebody referred you to this webinar, if you saw it on CareerBuilders or Monster or Indeed or Craigslist, or you got an email from somebody, if you have that 4-digit code, and this is something you could see yourself doing, I want to talk to you. In fact, I'm going to extend this to you right now for the next hour after this call. I'm going to give you this business for free. I will give you a website today, your own website. We host it for you for free. Doesn't cost you anything. Again, we need your help. So we're going to give you a website. I'll send you all the links to it. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. But in order to do that, I need your information. I just need your first and last name and city and state that you're in. I will email you back a welcome page with a link to your personal website. I'm going to show you what that looks like. But on the screen, you'll see an email address there, kevin@hoperxcard.com. Again, it's kevin@hoperxcard.com. We also have a phone number there if you're not on the webinar, you're just listening online. Here's the phone number. It's 800-870-9096. It is 800-870-9096. I need you to send me an email or call me. Tell me you want a website. But let me show you what it looks like right now. Okay? Bear with me here. I'll have you off the call in about 5 minutes here. Once you get started, you're going to have your own website. Okay? When you have your own website, you're going to have your own link to your website. HopeRxCard.com is the website that I'm on. If you look at your screen right here, you're going to see that. HopeRxCard.com. All of my agents have their own website. So I'm just going to type in a slash right here, type in Hope, and their 4-digit number. Let me do 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? I just landed on another agent's website right now. Now, the importance of this website is right here, where it says print your free savings card here. Remember, all my agents have their own site. So if somebody hits their site, types in their first name, last name, an email address, and their phone number or any digit number that they want here, types in the phone number, In 5 seconds, anywhere in this country, they just printed down their own card. This card can be walked in to a pharmacy right now. If you look at this card, the most important part is right here. Because it was generating from this agent's website, the agent's group number is on the card. When this card gets used, that agent gets paid. All of my agents have their own card number. I'm at Hope 2345, but I could type in pretty much any number up here. Type in 2255. I'm going to go to another site. Okay? Now, when you get your link today, if this is something you're going to do, I'm going to give you your own website. It's yours. There's no cost. There's no nothing. Okay? We're not in business to take money from you guys. We're in business to help other people save money. Go here to the bottom when you get your link, and again, all the instructions will be in your email, but you're going to scroll to the bottom. I'm just going to show you real quick, and you're going to click on Agent Login on your site. You're going to verify your number. I'm just sitting on 2255 right now, but you're going to verify that your number's right there, and you're going to click right here on the bottom to set up your back office. Once this opens up, you simply just type in an email and a password. Please use a password that you've currently used in the past so you won't forget it. Confirm your password. You put your security question in there. Enter this text right here, which is your this squiggly stuff here, no spaces, and then hit submit. Now your back office is locked, and every time you want to log into your back office, you simply hit Agent Login and type in the code the password that you created, and then it'll take you to your reports in your back office, which shows every time somebody uses your card. It shows up on your back office. Okay? So if this is something you guys want to do, we need your help. We're expanding rapidly. We have agents all over the country making a very nice living in this business, and we just need more help. We need people in your local area to get the message out, to get your cards out, and start making money in the prescription industry. If you've never seen an opportunity like this before, you guys, it's an awesome business to be in. It's extremely rewarding to be in, and we want you to help us out. Let me put this information back up for you so you can see it. Again, send me an email to kevin@hoperxcard.com. Simply state, I want my free website. I want to get going in this business. All the training we have is live like this, or we record these and put it on YouTube. Our YouTube name is youtube.com/careerwithhope. And we're constantly putting new training webinars on there. We also do live training like this. But we're here to help you guys. We're here to assist you. We're here to help you get some money in the prescription industry. So again, if this is something you want to do, I just need you to send me an email with your first and last name and city and state that you're in. It's really important you put your city and state so I can make sure the right regional director takes care of you, and we'll get you guys going. I want to thank you guys for your time. Hope I didn't take too much time of your day here, and I want you to have a blessed day. Thank you much.